Good morning. Well, in recording yesterday's message, I thought that I'm really on a roll. Just stay in the same place and let's record the message for today. And we continue, as I said, with Matthew's Gospel. And the question is asked of Jesus, Lord, how many times must I forgive my brother? 7 times? And Jesus responds, as we know, no, not just 7 times, but 70 times 7. In other words, a great multitude. 7, of course, we know is a biblical number, which means it's a specific but an infinite amount. It's kind of the time that God took to create the earth. Not 7 days, but in fact an infinite period, but a definite period. And that number 7 is a biblical number. So the Lord is saying don't just forgive somebody an infinite amount, but an infinite times an infinite amount. And ultimately, we live in this life for a relatively short time. You might also, that's, even if we're going to live to an old age, well, in terms of eternity, that's a short time. And so is it important that we should harbor any grudges? And even if the person that has offended us or that we might have offended, they don't want to have anything to do with us, that's not the issue. The important thing is that we forgive them. That forgiveness has to be there, it has to be generous, it has to be open, and it has to be abundant. It's one of the conditions when we go to confession, that in fact we lift everything and we just give it to the Lord, and it's past. And if there is any penance to be done, well, then we do the penance. It's important also just to look at Jesus' response. He preaches the parable of the unforgiving servant. And that is where the servant went to the master, and the master said, look, you owe me these 10,000 talents. 10,000 talents, which is way more than he could ever possibly repay. He didn't have the kind of resources to do so. And the master was able to forgive him, able to lower that debt. And then going out, he met somebody else who owed him 100 denarii. Now, 100 denarii would have been an insignificant amount. It wasn't a huge amount. But this man didn't respond in the same way as his master had. Took him to task, had him thrown to jail. And then, of course, the master, when he found out about that, he sorted him out, said, listen, I offered you forgiveness. What have you done to your other fellow human being? So let's look around ourselves. If there are opportunities, even in small things or big things, let's get it off our chests. Let's make sure that we have a clean slate. And if necessary, let's get there to the sacrament of reconciliation, because it's what the Lord offers us. So you have yourselves a wonderful day. Be at peace. Find some people and make yourself known. God bless you. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.